Hey everyone, welcome to my podcast called Yet Here I Am. And I'm going to record this video about our mental health during the corona outbreak, COVID-19 or whatever you want to call it. It's all the same. And first of all, I want to make sure everyone is well and staying healthy and staying inside. And I'm doing good, staying inside, not going out unless absolutely necessary. So I hope everyone else is doing the same thing. I just wanted to go into some things that I have heard from other parents, ideas, things to do with their kids, and to try to keep them from actually focusing on the negative and things like that, and the loneliness and the seclusion and stuff like that. So I don't have tiny kids. I have grandbabies that are tiny, but mine are older, so 15 and 16, so they kind of know what's going on, but they still want to go. They still want to go out. They want to go practice driving. They want to go to their friends. They want to go to their events at school, choir, and so forth. But they know that they can't because it's not safe. But it doesn't mean that they have to like it. So what I wanted to do is to start talking about some of the things for our mental health during this COVID-19 epidemic, they call it. Like I said, these suggestions are from various people that you can use or not. Right now, it just seems like every day there are more and more dying, like from this, like all over the place. I never hear anything positive, which would really help us, people that are anxious, really anxious and everything, scared, anxious. It would really help to say, these many people have recovered after having COVID-19. I would love to see that instead of all the negative, but this person died, that person died, these people died. All it does is create fear. And we're already in the house, and not going out unless it's something you have to do. But we need to hear some good news too, right? Well, make sure that you keep your family and your friends close and keep in touch with them. That way they also know that you're okay. And I know, so many kids are at home right now, and yikes. But I mean, we're glad that they're safe and that we're able to keep an eye on them. You know what I mean? And it's kind of hard to keep them busy, but there's little things that you could probably do that you may be already doing. I mean, I would reassure our families that this is not going to last forever. Just let them know this will end eventually. We don't have a timeline to how long we will have to keep it up, the social distancing and the schools being closed. All we could do is go off of what the news says, but we really, really don't know. Well, another thing we can do is try to keep them busy. I know that I said that it's not easy, but we can keep some sort of schedule like they would have daily if they were going to school. I've seen where parents have like breakfast with the kids and then read and write and do some sort of break time or lunch, and then maybe some arts and crafters afterwards. And if the teacher sent homework or they have access to it via the internet, my daughter has a Chromebook that they give them every day at school when they go. So they signed them out to them for this time, and they go up and they get their schoolwork off of Google, and I can't remember the name of the classroom, but it's Google, and they go get their homework, and then they do it, and then they submit it, and they do all kinds of things that they have to show the teacher that they're actually working. So I like that. It's stimulating her mind, which is really good. And just make sure that they get the work done. It may not be a lot of work, but at least it keeps their mind, keeps them busy in their mind. And, just kind of keep them busy like they were going to school. And pretty much that's what it is on that. But, let them know they'll start to go back to regular school days. It may not be this year. I heard over here where we are, they may not even return for this year, and then go ahead and return fresh when the summer is over. So, they're gonna miss their friends, of course, like I said, and miss anything they may be involved in. But it will get better. You can let them know that. And another thing is, if you guys watch a lot of TV or you watch the news because you want to know what's going on, you want to keep an eye on it, you can kind of limit the exposure to the news. Like, even for you, definitely limit the kids. They don't need to be constantly on the news list, listening to this and everything, but you can limit your exposure to the news as well. But if you guys watch a lot of news and stuff, it can raise your anxiety levels, not only yours, but your children's, by watching it. And also another thing that I learned is that it's good to let the kids chat with, friends and family, and also good for you too. Our FaceTime, our Skype, our, what is that, Facebook Messenger video, or, you can do that if you don't have any of the others. Everybody has a Facebook or Instagram, I know. But just talking to them, making sure that they're okay, letting them know that you're okay, and talk about different things, just like they were talking on the phone, hanging out. That's good for them to do that, so they don't feel so isolated and alone. Now, if you had to cancel events, that you planned out before, that's going to be difficult. My daughter's birthday was a week ago, and we had a list of things we wanted to do for her 16th birthday. And I mean, she had a long list, and we had to cancel all that. That school closed down. And then once that happened, I knew her party was going to not be able to be done, but we had to put it on hold. We're going to celebrate another time when things get better again. She understood it, but she was still upset. I mean, I would be too if I was 16. That's a big milestone. And my kids are missing their friends and the school events really bad. And I hear on a daily basis, can this friend come over, or that friend, or can I go over their house? And, I have to say no, because, I have to keep my family safe and healthy. And I know this is harder for them than it is for me. All these things can help you and your family's mental health during this time. There are many more ideas out there. You could do a search on Google. Everybody knows how to use Google, so I don't have to tell you, but you can just find all kinds of things to do, or talk to, friends and family that might have little kids. They give you ideas too for the smaller ones. But just remember, it's important to know that's not going to be permanent. So that's a good thing. And make sure you always thank, the people on the front lines, because they're putting their health at risk out there to help us. And it's good to appreciate them. So, in closing, please be safe and stay healthy. And the quote that I have for you today is, don't think about what might go wrong, think about what might go right. And that author is unknown. I would like to know sometimes who these authors are. But so thank you so much for listening, and I hope that everybody stays safe once again and stays healthy. And I will be glad when this is all over, and I know you guys will be too. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.